Alright guys, listen up. I've got nothing against the transgender community, but I refuse to kind of give people like this any sort of power, especially ones that seem to believe they have so much weight over the transgender community. You know, I'm really eager to criticize this one because, just because of the thing he says at the end. He says, oh, you know, all of our, I'm gonna tell the whole LGBT community you're gonna be in big trouble. You don't want to do that. In fact, you probably didn't want this video to come out. I mean, listen, you represent the transgender community terribly. From an outside-in perspective, if I thought you represented the community, I would think horribly of all transgender people. Luckily, I don't. I'm almost certain that there are some fantastic people in that community, some level-headed people, some amazing people, you know, I gotta say, I could probably empathize with them quite a bit. But this individual here, at this GameStop, oh man, he should get the transgender community pissed, man. He should piss them off. Big time. I definitely would be pissed, alright? Because this makes the transgender community look awful. Because if I were really eager to hate on the transgender community, I would be pointing out this video and going, look at what the transgender community does, look at how they behave. And, I mean, it's GameStop, dude. I'm all about games, alright? I got Call of Duty gameplay in the background. Alright, I like my video games. I don't like my video game community being harmed, alright? Gamers rise up, okay? So yeah, you got the transgender community who's already pretty easy to you know, hate on. And then you got this ambassador, I suppose, for the transgender community, attacking my video games, dude. He attacks my freaking video games, not on an ideological level, but on a personal level, and on a physical level, dude. He kicks some shit around, alright? Sorry, I keep calling this supposed woman a he, but, you know, he got the XY chromosomes, he's more masculine than me, which, damn. I mean, well, that's not really a high bar, but still, I mean, I'm a dude, I identify as a dude. This dude identifies as a female. You know what, let me just say something. You can't just wear the clothes, be like, hey, call me a transgender person, call me a female. You can't just do that. You know, I can see your behaviors, alright? My brain is doing the judging for me. I mean, you know, I've evolved over all these millions of years to identify masculine characteristics and then pair that up with the males. You can't be blaming me for saying that this individual is a dude whenever you got him yelling, you got him pissed, you got him showing all these masculine behaviors. You know, I would actually say that he's really showcasing some, you know, toxic masculinity. But you can't be mad at me for saying that this dude, I did it again, that this dude is a dude. I'm just gonna keep doing it, I'm not even gonna try at this point. This dude's XY chromosomes are screaming, man. I almost wonder why he even wants to be a female. He's so male, it is ridiculous, alright? This dude needs to be more comfortable in his skin. You're better off just rolling with your immutable characteristics and wanting to change your whole identity, alright? And this is coming from somebody who usually empathizes with the transgender people. Alright, all that being said, let's watch the video. Let's just see this dude. This dude, man, come on. Look at this dude. Alright, here we go.
No, we're not doing credit. You're gonna give me my fucking money back.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
Alright, so what you just heard was this dude yelling, and then there's some real female coming at him, being like, hey, you got a young man in here. I suppose she means child. She says, excuse me, sir, but we've got a young man over here. And you can watch this here individual process that information, realize, oh, I need to respond to this. She just assumed my gender. And then he turned to his right, and he went, I'm sorry. Oh, well, he didn't say I'm sorry. He's too masculine for that. He goes, it's ma'am. All right, you got this customer being like, we got a kid over here, man. You're cussing, you're yelling, you're making a scene. Can you stop? You gotta calm down. He's like, it's ma'am. Like, that's all he's focusing on, dude. You gotta get your priorities in check, man.
It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to.
He gets more aggressive and she says, I can call the police if you'd like me to, because that's very aggressive behavior he's showing. I mean, if I were there, I'd be like, okay, this dude's showing the body language. He's about to get physical, man. I gotta prepare. So yeah, her mind immediately went to calling the police, which is understandable whenever you got a man yelling and stuff.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay? Ooh. Wrecked. Oh my god, he just destroyed her. Then he turns to his left. She ain't shit, dude. That's what he said with that. That's what he said. You don't matter. Sure, you're a customer. We're sharing the same space. We both have a common interest, and now we're trying to get our business done in this here establishment. But nah, I'm gonna continue making a scene. You know, fuck you.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay? Ma'am, what?
Okay, so the GameStop employee says, okay, so both you guys, I guess that triggered him, or maybe he's going back to what he was initially thinking, like, oh, this dude just misgendered me, I gotta make a big deal about it, so he starts yelling at him again. In fact, I think that's exactly what he's doing.
Once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
And the GameStop employee is trying to progress the situation by you know, I mean, the last thing he said was, okay, both of you guys. But the transgender individual here is still dwelling on the fact that the GameStop employee misgendered him. So that's what that's what she's going on about. She's, you know, dwelling on the past. She's brooding a little bit, and she's still yelling at this poor GameStop employee. Just imagine being this GameStop employee just for a second, all right? I would be shaken, dude. You got this man yelling at me who's, you know, he's got gender dysphoria, which is, of course, a mental illness. I know this is kind of a side thing, but whenever you got one mental illness, you probably got others. You know, with gender dysphoria, you got depression. There's a common trend in that community. I don't think that's a secret. Is that controversial to say? I don't know. That's just how it is. I'm not throwing any flack. I mean, even I've noticed gay people are pretty weird. That's coming from a gay person right here. Look who's talking. All right. Anyway, let's just move on.
I actually said both of you guys. It was a general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Oh, he did not, man. He said sir again. Oh, damn. You can't blame the GameStop employee, all right? You got this masculine figure yelling at him, making a scene. This is behavior you see from alpha males, all right? This dude or a chick, I don't know, is clearly more masculine than most men. All right, let's get that straight. In fact, whenever she recognized that this dude is misgendering her, she like went back. She was walking away, then she was like, "Wait, he said sir again." Then she went back. She was getting ready. I bet if she weren't in a public area, there would be pain inflicted, man. There'd be a fight going down. Honestly, by the looks of that GameStop employee, maybe not much of a fight, but you know, something physical would be happening.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
Okay, so then you just have the admission right there that this transgender individual is, at least to a degree, self-aware, you know. Of course, he's getting more violent, more agitated and such. He's got the XY chromosomes. I'll remind you guys. He ain't happy, you know. He wants to fight. That's where his mind goes, because he's a dude, all right? He's just a dude with gender dysphoria. And honestly, I really kind of feel bad for him. I mean, he's definitely immature. He's got other issues. I mean, the issue isn't that he's transgender. I'm sure people would be very happy to, comply to this dude's authority over their use of words. But the way he's going about it he's very yelly. He looks like he's about to explode at any moment, really, and he does. He's got more issues than being transgender, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to be more clear than that. You gotta keep your emotions in check, you.
Motherfucker!
I apologize now.
This poor GameStop employee has to clean that up. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, man. Imagine going home, telling your significant other, hey, I was at work, and some dude dressed up as a female who was actually extremely male, more masculine than any man I've seen, just kind of wrecked my GameStop, made a scene. We almost had to call the police. I wonder if they did. I would have.
I need your corporate number.
And after that, it goes, I need your corporate number. Which, that's really not going to do much for you, bud.
I'm going to call them and talk about how I was misgendered several times in this store. I need your corporate number now.
So, I thought maybe there was some behind-the-scenes stuff going on. Like, I remember there was this video, some dude trying to return Fallout 76, said he destroyed everything. It was very funny. And that was because Fallout 76 is just a trash game, and GameStop's refund policy is awful. That was just the perfect storm, if you will. But this here is something is a completely different animal. All right, this is just somebody who's been misgendered. This is what happens when progressivity invades someone's mind, alright? You become this entitled. Entitled enough to kick shit over, to yell, to make a scene, to just be toxically masculine. But to do it under a female guise, like that's just another element of weirdness to this whole thing. It's just the misgendering. That's the sole reason behind all this, is this misgendering. It's kind of depressing. What does society come to? Let's continue.
Now. Get it for me now.
I'm going to ask you to calm down and stop cussing.
Give me your
Stop
corporate
hitting
number.
destroying property.
Well, I'm going to ask you for the 5th time to stop calling me a man, because quite clearly I am not.
And I apologize. I'm sorry for that, ma'am.
Imagine being that kid and seeing this. Like, why does this dude think he's a woman? What the hell's going on here? Imagine being that parent explaining to that kid, yeah, that grown man has gender dysphoria, and he wants people to go along with the ride. Hold up. Let me just say, I don't have an issue with transgender people, but I would at least like you to be feminine if you're trying to be a female, and be masculine if you're trying to be a male. Is that too much to ask? My brain has evolved to recognize masculine and feminine characteristics. Whenever I see those characteristics, I think male or female. You see this in the Spanish language. I mean, this is not a crazy concept. You got whole languages extrapolated from this concept, but this dude just doesn't seem to get it. I mean, if you want people to recognize you as a specific gender, you gotta at least put some effort into appear like that gender, to behave like that gender. Because if you behave like one gender and appear like another, that's just confusing, man. Like, what do I call you? I'll call you female. I'll say ma'am sometimes. I'll say man other times, or sir. Depending on what I'm reacting to, really. It's not a transphobic thing. I don't have anything against transgender people.
Yes, get it for me now.
I'm asking you to stop
Get it
cussing.
for me now. I'm not cussing. I'm not cussing.
Okay.
Get me the damn number now, please. Ooh!
He did it again!
My apologies.
Ooh!
I apologize, ma'am. I will get you that number right now.
Get me the damn number now, please. Ooh!
Ma'am, my apologies.
Ooh!
I apologize, ma'am. I will get you.
He gets so triggered over people's petty mistakes. I don't understand. This is beyond just being. This is kind of just beyond stupid behavior. That's really all it comes down to. Is this person's just stupid? It has nothing to do with him being transgender. He's just a dumb person.
That number right now.
No, you're just gonna keep bumping your gums. You're just gonna keep bumping your gums and disrespecting trans people in this store, which I plan on telling the entire LGBTQ community. You're going to lose money over this.
Alright, so then he ends it. He gets triggered one last time, and he just can't handle it. If that GameStop employee said sir one more time, he would have. Somebody probably would have been killed, to be honest. God damn. So yeah, he just storms out. He's like, oh, the LGBT community is gonna rip you apart. Oh, Gotti. Oh, damn. But little does he know that he made a complete fool of himself and did a complete disservice to the transgender community. I feel so bad for the transgender community. Oh my god. I can't imagine being a part of that community and having this dude be the face of it for a solid couple months. I mean, you're gonna have all the transgender people haters, the transphobic people being like, hey, this is the video to go to if you want to confirm your biases. Alright, so I feel like the transgender community should come out against this video if they haven't already, and denounce this person, because this is just going to make them look bad for quite a while. I would hate to be a transgender person and have this, influencing people's decisions over whether or not I'm a good person. It's not a fair game, let me just say that. No one's really going to be making content about transgender people if they're just being polite, but that's not like a transgender thing, like people are systematically oppressing the transgender community. Nothing's interesting about, being a functioning member of society, okay? So, of course there's gonna be more negative media attention about literally anything than good media attention. So yeah, this is probably gonna go viral. I mean, it's already got 57,000 views, but it's definitely gonna give people who already think transgender people are real bad and all that more reason to think that. Because they're gonna see this and be like, oh, all transgender people are like that, which is not fair thinking, but it's gonna happen. Also, what was that other transgender individual who was like threatening Ben Shapiro? Katelyn Jenner? I think, I don't know. But they were on live TV and he or she was like, hey, if you keep disrespecting me, I'm gonna hurt you or send you to the hospital. Is that what they said? I don't know, it was something with the physical violence injected in there. I don't know why she thought it was a good idea to throw that in there on national television to a man such as Ben Shapiro, who, of course, we all know his wife is a doctor. But I don't know why she thought that was a good idea. But yeah, I don't know. The transgender community gotta step up their game, you know, gotta get some better people repping them, because right now it's kind of even more so an uphill battle than it needs to be for the transgender people because of this bad publicity, really, and that's unfortunate. You know, I can make a whole video on my thoughts on transgender people. It's such an interesting topic. You know, it's new territory, really. It's uncharted territory, because society really, this is a new thing in society. This is not something that we are equipped to deal with. But I guess as time goes on, it's something we're gonna have to get used to. You know, what's that experiment with the mice that the mouse utopia? I think it is. It's like whenever you live in a utopia, as society progresses and the environment gets more controlled, people become less happy, they become more prone to, mental disorders. As society goes on and progresses more, we're just going to be seeing more of this stuff, that's just how it is, all right? Expect to see more of this, because it ain't going away for as long as we're here. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you disagree with anything I have to say, leave it in the comments. I would be glad to respond. I'm not toxically masculine enough to be angry at you for any particular reason. I don't even know you, probably. Also, if something I said triggered you, that wasn't my intention. I don't apologize, because that wasn't my intention. You do you. If you're unhappy about what I've said, combat me ideologically. I prefer not to be called names. That would suck, man. I got feelings too, bro. Come on. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Peace out.